You should be here. You should be here.
Despite all the controversies surrounding Carnival festivity.
Look on people. Yeah. What's up, my keep? Where? What's up, my keep? Me no know. What's up, my keep? What's up, my keep?
Everybody, do what? Take over. Drop. Take over. Take over. Drop. Take over. Everybody, spend out. We are the attack. I tell you, spend
So the band is playing a song and the guy says something about the teenage pageant girls, and they all went up on the stage and they were performing. They danced with the masquerades. It was I can tell why people want to come out to see these girls. I mean, the camaraderie was really, really special. And I can tell why people are buying the tickets. So.
Somebody just texted me and said it's swimsuit and that talented TV show. In terms of the dates
of the. What did I say? Talented Teen?
Yeah.
It's a swimwear actually. So thanks for the correction. Oh my God! Look at that.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna get fired today from my job. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's actually the swimwear. Yes, and we do have a press release out there indicating that it is, and it's moved to Carnival Village as well.
So the talented teen moved from the Dome to Carnival Village. And then swimsuit.
It's actually moved. The teenage pageant has moved to the stadium.
Oh, the stadium.
Swimwear has moved to Carnival Village.
And the
talented teen has moved to the stadium.
To the stadium.
To the cricket stadium.
Okay.
I mean, we had no choice. We had no choice with the amount of tickets that have been sold, and as I said, I just left the Carnival office as well, and that's the hot ticket in town.
Yeah, I know.
That's the hot ticket in town. So just to clear all of that up, the swimwear competition, which was scheduled for the 17th, that has now moved to the 27th.
And the talented teen is when?
The talented teen is on the 20th.
20th.
Correct. Soca Monarch is on the 21st.
Okay, that would be the Tuesday.
Correct. So we're starting out this week again with a massive week. We start out with the Panorama, and we're gonna have somebody from Panorama. Hopefully, if they get here, and we'll have somebody from Panorama here to tell us all about what's expected to happen. So we have another pack weekend, and to conclude that weekend, or maybe we could say to start the next week, I don't know, whichever one it is, it's the Glow Parade.
Yeah, man.
The Glow Parade
Everybody
is back.
talking about that.
I know. You know what? I don't know. I mean, they're coming all the way from Bird Rock, so
Got me fit too.
No, that's what I'm talking about. You know, what I mean, you can't be Molly's songs category. You know.
Yeah.
Well, the big belly man them seem to be more fit than the ones with no belly, so we might have some surprises on there.
Hey, so that's the voice of Brandon.
Yeah, man,
he's
the big man.
the big man behind
Yeah,
the
man.
Glow Parade, and I know you have a team out as well.
Yes, we have a
Heard you guys on another radio station this morning
yes.
discussing
Traffic.
well, no, it was this
Yeah,
morning this morning on ZIZ, yes, discussing traffic and stuff like that. So hey, give us some insight as to what people can expect when they come out on the road, because they're coming out and I am too. This will be my actual second Glow Parade, yes. So
Good
I'm
afternoon
50%.
to everyone in Radio Land. ZIZ, thank you for having me here. Sugar Fix, first time being on the Sugar Fix show. So I mean, I'm a listener of the show, but you know, being on the show is a pleasure to be here. Glow Parade, we are back after 2 years of not being on the road under the theme Jamboree, which is a big celebration, and we just decided to hit the road with a big celebration for Sugar Mass 51. I mean, Sugar Mass 50 was supposed to be a big celebration on the road. We weren't able to do so. So we're here now when we get the opportunity after the pandemic to hit the road for the first time. Glow Parade is one of the starter events for Carnival. I think we basically start out the actual street events. I mean, we had the early bird Juve was a warm-up. But this one is the actual start of Carnival in terms of we have culture to present, we have jamming and revelry to present as well. But so we'll be hitting the road from Bird Rock, as Monarch would have said earlier, and we'll go down onto the Bay Road, which is partly traditional for maybe Juve morning route and other events, and then we hit 4th Street and then we're up to the Carnival Village, and we'll have an after party there for our revelers.
And who are some of the participants in the parade as it relates to DJ bands?
Bands, okay, we have artists of various bands. We have artists from New Vibes, Grandmasters, as well as Collision, and we have, like Mr. Mention, Rukas H.E., Akaye Sweet, Mr. Bagnall. So we have a combination of band artists and as well as soca artists and DJs as well. And also we have our cultural presentation section, which includes a diverse set of people. We have our clowns, which will be on the road with us in their own troupe with a hi-fi system, a small hi-fi system, but enough to entertain the clowns. We have majorettes. That's something that we're bringing back on the road. They have not been on the road for 2 years, but you know, maybe a year or two before, you might not have seen many majorettes in participating in the carnival. But so we reached out to some, and they're back on the road with us. So we're happy to announce that, as well as we have steel band. I know Monarch said that he would have some steel band contestants coming in today. So one of them would be our very own, and we have a good relationship with them, as we brought them back on the road a couple of years ago, and they are basically here with us once again, and that's EBJ Harmonics.
Yeah, champion.
So and those guys are champions,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's a part of our objective as ASAP Glow Parade. We try our best to preserve culture. I mean, we are a fairly young group, but there are certain elements in our culture that we wish to preserve and carry forward for the generations to come. So steel band is one of them. We wish to keep a lot of our folklore, find creative ways how to present them on the street, as well as the jamming aspect of it that we cannot lose, but we still need to keep in tune with our folklore, you know.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a very interesting parade. What about time frame though?
So we gather at 6 o'clock. That's up in Burdock at Barry's. So that's gathering, lining up of the troops and everything. And then we hit the road from 7. So we'll be on the road for the duration between 7 and 11 p.m.
7 and 11. So you expect it to reach to Bastia prior to 11 so that you could have at least the after party.
Yeah. So by around 9-10 we should be in town.
Okay.
So we have also another a part of our parade that people actually look forward to. I mean, I did an interview earlier and someone asked, I mean, are we going to have the Taiwanese back on the road with us again? And the answer to that will always be yes. As long as they're willing to participate, we'll always welcome them with open arms.
Yeah, I remember that year. That was awesome coming to Full Street.
The Dragon?
Yeah. That was awesome.
That's something that we basically conceptualized and thought, hey, it would be cool to have this particular costume on the road with us, and then we reached out to them in the previous year, and then they would have said, hey, we actually have one.
Okay.
They sourced it, we decorated it, they lighted it up, and they came on the road with us, and they became family.
So what was the inspiration behind putting such a parade together?
I mean, well, we like lights. That's the short answer. But lighting has a lot to do with the arts. It allows you to do a lot of creative stuff in the regards to photography. You know, anything that you light up, you can make it look a lot better. So we just thought about a creative event, and one of the most creative things that you can play around with is lights.
It sounds good. And what about security? How are you guys taking care of that? Because I mean, I think that's one of the critical elements.
Yes.
I know last Saturday the early bird Juve had no incidents whatsoever based on the report.
And
from
that's wonderful.
Yep. So how are you? What type of security measures you have in place?
In regards to security, we would have had 2 meetings already to this current date with the police force, and they have been very supportive in terms of our objectives in regards to keeping our patrons and spectators safe at the same time. So Glow Parade is an event that people purchase packages, and our actual presenters, they are in their own sections, and we wish to keep them safe and as well for them to enjoy the experience that they paid for. So we'll have security on the road that will be facilitating that. Also, we have like no battle policies, no fighting policies, that type of stuff. So the police will be working alongside of us very closely to make sure that we have another safe Glow Parade, because we've never had any major incidents in regards to crime and violence for any of our events. So we wish to continue on that slate.
Well, that's good. I mean, you know, I'm encouraged, as I said, based on what happened last Saturday. And I think people are just waiting to explode in a way that we've probably never seen them before.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm all excited for the parade as
we're
well.
outside again, so I mean, hopefully we know how to behave when we're outside again. So I mean,
I mean, and that's critical as well. I want people to come out, have a good time. And show the world, because everything's going to be, live on social media. Just show the world, I mean, what we have here in St. Kitts, because, we're getting a lot of interest from everywhere. I was looking at media accreditation coming in from media houses. Atlanta has shown up. The UK has shown up. So there are tons of people who are coming in and wanting to showcase this to the world.
Matter of fact, I received a phone call on the weekend when a lady was trying to make a transaction on our website to buy a package, and I was helping her because she was getting an error. And when she told me that her bank was in France, I started asking more questions, and she's coming in from France. So I was like, wow, we have people coming from that far to participate in our carnival. I mean, even though Glow Parade is a somewhat private event, we are, we are very pleased to know that we can contribute to the overall carnival product in that way.
But we are creative people, and Brandon, when you guys were thinking about the idea of having a fete like this, a parade like this, were you guys like apprehensive, like, boy, I wonder if something like this gonna work? How people gonna receive something like this? I mean,
in the first year, we've had discussions as a team, and we would have been skeptical. First of all, the event is on a Monday night, and it is very well attended. Up until the last one, it was pretty well attended. I think we would have seen our highest numbers in the last year.
Okay.
And so I don't think the Monday night is a factor anymore.
Okay.
At first, people were skeptical, but I was like,
any night for that matter.
So I think,
not this late in December.
in terms of the lighting and the concept, it was pretty much. It was challenging to sell at first because people didn't understand what it was. Even the authorities might not have understood what it was at the time. But when they saw it the first time, everybody was like, "Okay, this is cool," and then they started to appreciate it for something, for what it was.
Okay, so that was the thought process going in, like at first, like, once we get it together and some people will understand what we're trying to achieve.
So the introductory year was a very good year as well. It got bigger after. I mean, we only did it for 3 years, and this is our 4th year, and the anticipation has been crazy.
Yeah, to say the least, because I remember when I went downtown and I saw the first one, I was like, wow, this is nice, man. I like this.
But I mean, I like the creativity that's coming out. in our people as it relates to Carnival as well. It's not just the traditional stuff anymore. Because I think what people have to realize, and as someone who's gone to different carnivals, I mean, you can go to Rio and miss the whole cultural element of the carnival because there's so much.
So many.
And I don't even want to call them fringe because fringe sounds a little cheap to me. I mean, these are not fringe events anymore. These are major events that are taking place. Same thing in Notting Hill in England. I mean, you can miss everything. You can miss the steel pan. You can miss all this stuff because there's so much other stuff that's going on. And so it's encouraging. So. Hey, Brandon, I'm going to give you the opportunity again to invite people out to the Glow Parade, and congratulations again on coming back as soon as they opened the door.
We had to. We couldn't disappoint our spectators and our revelers as well, and also the performance, because even the entertainers look forward to Glow Parade, and it's something that everyone looks forward to, and we could not do it. Right, so we're back again, and I just want to invite the general public to come out and watch, and also persons to sign up, get your packages, support us to support everyone else who is a part of us. And so Monday night, December 19th, from 7 p.m. until 11, we have a cultural parade full of lights. Come out on the road. Bastille will be definitely illuminated, and we'll have a show to show you.
So the feedback has been great.
Yes, it has been. Yeah,
lovely.
Yeah, from the time we released our Save the Date, people was like, "Yep, Glow Parade," because I've been getting cussed for it. I mean, people even like before, when we couldn't actually have any street activities, they was like, "Make sure you don't have your plan for this," So
whenever the door opens, I
I at this point in time, I don't think I could stop Glow Parade. Even me personally, I mean, if people want it, we have to give it to them,
Good. Hey, Brandon, man, thank you very much for coming through.
Yep.
That's what Sugar Fix is for.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Can I just add,
Yes.
if you're interested in signing up for Glow Parade, you can sign up online at www.asapglowparade.com. You could purchase your package at the Cable, that's in town on Keon Street. Also, you could purchase your package at Barry's in Bird Rock, and we have a special that is running right now. It's limited time. We're actually supposed to be at a different tier right now, but we're running it up until the end of the week. So you can get your packages for $155 right now. So if you haven't done that as yet, you can get it. We're just basically working with everybody to, have a good time, because we understand the times as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Definitely.
Good. Spend some of the
thanks a lot, guys, for having me.
Spend some of the dividends.
So we hear
tomorrow,
some people getting some dividends. So we're not asking for all. I mean, we can just share a little
I know,
bit
that's
of
what I'm telling you. Even if you get the law tier, you still got 95. That's a good solid round there at the bar.
Yep.
All right, hey, Brandon,
so thanks,
take
guys,
care,
for
man.
having me. Have a good one, all right?
All right, so hey, Chico, we're gonna play some music, and we're gonna get our we're gonna get our pen man in here. Well, actually, someone from the Panorama subcommittee.
Just about 5 minutes on to 5 right here on Power 96.1. Your boy Chick on the building, and today we got, as usual on a Wednesday, Sugar Fix. Right here, and we in the mix on the Super Giant Time mix. Yeah, we got Monarch in the building as usual, and we got somebody else again, Monarch.
Yes. All right, so we're back again on Sugar Fix on ZIZ Radio. And as you know, Panorama is coming up again, and this is one of my favorite shows on the calendar. I mean, I like all the shows. But I got an opportunity to be up close and personal by hosting the Panorama show last year. And of course, I had no clue because I don't know what happened. In 2019, I was here. I don't know if there was a competition. Can't recall. But I know I didn't see any pan in 2019. It's either I missed the show or there wasn't a show. But getting so up close and personal, I'm like, okay. So we have all these pan in St. Kitts and Nevis. I mean, where do they go? What do they do throughout the year, whatever it is? So I'm not asking you that question because I know this is a new position that you're in as the deputy chair for the Panorama competition, which comes off this Friday. So your name?
My name is Ascot Watson. I am on the subcommittee for the Panorama competition.
Okay. So tell us, what to expect on Friday. The show is at the Carnival Village, and tickets are on sale. But tell us what to expect, man.
Come out on Friday. It's going to be blazing. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a show that you don't want to miss. We have 7 bands competing. We have 4 from Nevis and 3 from St. Kitts. We have EBJ Harmonics, which is the defending steel band. And we are looking forward to see what they're going to bring this time around as the defending champs. I want you guys to come out on Friday, enjoy yourself. The show starts at 8. We have appearances by Mr. Mention. We have Lucas H.E. Our host DJ is DJ Smudge from Nevis. And our host is Unoma Allen. Show kicks off at 8. You have to be there at 8. We start in 8 sharp. Our steel bands, they are ready. They have been practicing. They have been preparing themselves. We've been to rehearsal, so I know what they're going to bring, and I want everybody out here in Radioland to come out, get your tickets. They're online. They're also at the E.C. Daniel building on Keon Street. Get your tickets. You cannot afford to miss this show. $30 for the ticket. You have to pay $40 at the gate. So get your tickets today. Get your tickets tomorrow. Get your tickets on Friday.
So is there any theme to the festivities at the in terms of the competition?
The theme?
You mean the theme? A theme song? Well, usually
a theme for the year.
It's bringing back the old Impact.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And there's no theme song.
There's no theme song. So every pan steel band member every steel band, they will be playing a different song.
A tune, the tune of their choice.
A tune of their choice.
Okay.
It's just one song.
One song.
Is there any thought, and I don't know if you guys have discussed this, but is there any thought behind maybe doing a competition piece, or if you don't do a competition piece, because I think people have gone away from that now, even Trinidad, Antigua, they've all gone away from saying everybody have to play this song. Right. But instead of that, though, play a local song. Or homegrown. I don't like the word local. Homegrown.
Well, that would be for next year's competition.
Well, no, I'm not talking about this year.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about for future shows. If that's not something maybe that worth looking at as it, because I mean I don't have a problem with playing songs from other islands,
right?
But I mean this is an opportunity for us to promote our own homegrown music, And so I'm definitely looking at it that way.
I agree.
So how the point system go? How are you guys going to be judging the competition this year?
So funny. I'll have to pull up the.
Okay, well you can go ahead and pull it up. What we'll do is we'll play some music while you pull up that information. So if I'm sure people are interested in the name of the bands, the ones from St. Kitts, the ones from Nevis. So if you get that information for us, we will pull you up. So Chico, we're gonna go with some music for now on Sugar Fix.
We don't care.
Everybody know Charlie Johnson.
We coming stronger than a roaming lion. We come to keep the imitators out of Zion. We got lyrics and a vision, so we don't have to ask for father for permission.
When masters up and down the tongue, teaching people stack them by the crowd. Them by the fire. That's why we come to keep them down. Put them on the ground. When they hear Fralax a come, they chop them mic and run.
Them other bands scared away. Anytime they hear about way, they scared away. The road must belongs to it. Hand in the air, hand in the air, hand in the air.
Sometimes you rise, sometimes you fall. This is my last man come to kick them off the wall. 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 This one gon' make them ball. When we kick them like a ball.
Kick them like a ball. Kick them like a ball. Kick them like a ball.
What a goal you know.
Kick them off the wall. Till all of them fall. Kick them off the wall. All of them fall.
Referee, what you say? Yellow card or red card?
Them other bands scared away. Anytime they hear about way, they scared away. The world must belongs to it. I'm telling you, to the rule, it's a long time being to the outside. They had us chained them and locked up on the inside. Now watch how she rolling it, rolling it, rolling it on me. Now a virtual willing in a personal. Take this thing to heart, operate like we surgical. Watch how she rolling it, rolling it, rolling it on me. I know we outside again. And make the ladies sit down when they get them a go for it. Outside again. So tell me with the masses and the friend them they behind me. Outside again. So I'm walking and like it like the left left in my top problem. Outside again. I need you again. I see you watching and you want it. I know you got it, so flaunt it. I see you watching and you want it. I know you got it, so flaunt it. All you got to do is tell you, walk up, walk up. I'm gonna come my girl and tell you, walk up, walk up. Sit down, on it, girl. Walk up, walk up. Talk up, on it, girl. Walk up, we got the road and I really got to work, girl. Walk you long, up and stay right up to Portugal. Know that she rolling it, rolling it, rolling it on me. And I hope that you don't take it personal. Not you alone, I'll be walking up.
Lord, I tell you, we finally outside for Sugar Mass 51. It's been 2 years, man. And we ain't outside 2 years and everybody rusty and thing, making a lot of noise. But we outside this time. So, Manake.
Well, they told me a lot of WD-40 was being sold in the, in the hardware, and they expect more to go this week with the VAT-free or reduced VAT day.
Yeah,
That's
reduced
what
VAT
it
day.
is. Hey, listen, I just took a glimpse of what's happening at the folklore downtown. I mean, it looks really good. Looks really, really good. And before we get back to Steel Band, though, I'd like to say that the St. Kitts Nevis National Carnival Committee invites all vendors to a meeting at Warner Park. That's registered vendors. At this point, you had to be registered. I mean, you're not going to get in if you're not registered at this time. The meeting will be held at Warner Park tomorrow afternoon. That's the Warner Park Players Pavilion, Thursday, December 15th at 5 p.m. So all vendors, if you're registered, I know some people have been calling, trying to get their numbers or whatever it is. Yes, it's time to pay that money and time to start shopping because we're ready to rumble, man. So just before the break, we were Mr. Asquith was about to give us the criteria, first of all, for the Panorama finals and the order of appearance. Just before you do that, though, of course, we're joined by Mr. MJ Byron, who is leader of the reigning champs, EBJ Harmonics. Did I get that right?
Correct.
I think I got that right. Okay, good. So, Asquith, let's hear how the criteria is.
Okay, so for the criteria, we have arrangement, 40 points. We have tones, 10 points. We have rhythm, 10 points.
And there's another 40 points. Tones.
Okay,
so it's
arrangement,
yes,
40 points. And then we have general performance.
There you go.
40 points. Then we have tones, 10 points. And then we have rhythm, 10 points.
All right, so that's a total of 100 points. Arrangements, key.
So
performance is also
the most
performance and arrangement.
So 40 each.
Yes.
Okay.
So that means you can't come up in your home clothes. You know what I mean? You can't come in your home clothes. You got to come in at least a black shirt or something like that. And what about the order of appearance? And can you tell us which bands are from St. Kitts and which from Nevis?
Okay, sure. So for the order of appearance, we have Pan Vibe Steel Orchestra. They are playing Soca Rebel by Dejour. They're from St. Kitts. We have, coming in at second, we have the Nevis Community Development Steel Orchestra. They are playing We're in This Together by Queenie G. We have third, Young Vibrations Steel Orchestra. They're also from Nevis. Jumping up again, they are playing, and that is from King Conus. We also have the Island Flavors EBJ Harmonic Steel Orchestra. He's here today, and they are playing Nobody Go Run Me by King Short Shirt.
A lot of patties on stage.
We have Pandemic Steel Orchestra. They are playing All Aboard by Atlantic. They're also from St. Kitts. Then we have the Poinciana Rhythm Steel Orchestra. They're from Nevis. They are playing Savannah Grass by Kess the Band. And then finally we have the Owali Rhythm Steel Orchestra out of Nevis, and they're playing Out and Bad by Voice.
So 4 out of 7 are playing homegrown songs.
Yeah, and I got 47 from Nevis. I don't understand. I ain't got a problem with that.
But no, that's. Is there a new band that's taking part this year, or is it the same 7 from last year? So 2 new bands that's taking part this year. So do we have 2 that drop out, or did they just amalgamate into something else?
One of them rebranded. One of the bands rebranded. That's Pan Vibes. They were Pantastics.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Melly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Melly's not there anymore, so they decided to rebrand. So they have new players as well.
Okay.
So Pan Vibes. Then we have Pandemic. Of course, the name speaks for itself.
Yeah, I've actually heard them rehearse because they were rehearsing during the Calypso Soca adjudication workshop because they practice downstairs. Yeah, so interesting, very interesting. So EBJ Harmonics, I don't know what to say, but I mean, you guys have done it. You guys have done it twice. And I mean, tell us about your preparation so far. I mean, it's been what, a 2-year gap? Well, no, actually, last year there was a Panorama last year, but prior to that there was a 1 year gap.
No, we performed 2020, 2021. So
Okay.
there were only 2 shows that happened 2020. It was Steel Pan and Calypso.
Oh, okay, yes, you're right, you're right.
2021.
So you guys really didn't have a gap, just that you didn't have people in front of you in
Right.
2020.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. But what about your preparations for this year, though?
Well, this year definitely one of the hardest years in terms of preparation. Getting down to crunch time. We only actually finished our arrangements last night before. What's today, Wednesday? Everything running in one. Monday night, actually, or Monday morning, because it was about minutes to 1 in the morning when we actually finished the arrangement. It was difficult, arranging wise, getting everything to sound how you want it to sound. That is the first most important thing, is the arrangement. And then now, we're using this 2-day window now to fit in the performance and appearance and all them things. Everything seemed to be crammed this year for us. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the pressure from the pressure from the rest bands. They have sent their threats. 3-peat is a hard thing to do, Chico. So we have.
Ayatollah not around anymore, so he was a 3-peat killer. He said, right?
Right. But we can't take it for granted. These bands are practicing harder, being more technical in the music and everything like that, which is something that we are happy for.
Yeah, competition is good. It brings out the best in you.
Correct.
You
So
know what I mean?
with all those threats very early, it kind of forced us, my brother and I, musically to dig deeper, to come out, because hey, it's EVJ and everybody gonna be gunning after you.
But you got targets on your back. Once you're the champion, everybody coming for you, man.
3-peat, 3-peat is the mode. For the rest of this week. So.
But what about your choice of song, though? That song's a very popular song.
That's
Sometimes very. I know. I hear you all the time singing.
When I heard you playing, I was like, what?
No, I mean, hey, listen. That is come from a very, very famous. That's probably Shot's best album ever.
Correct.
1976, Tourist Lego, Nobody Go Run Me, Viv Richards. But yeah, tell us about your choice of song and the thought process behind that.
It's really funny, probably controversial, but the band been pushing through for all these years. You know, we over in the community center where we practice. We've been back and forth over the years, the past 4 or 5 years, wanting us to move out of the center and get somewhere else where nowhere else there to go. Where you're running us out of a community center, and we've been requesting land and stuff like that to build our own band house. This year has been it for me in terms of, I was like, you know what, me moving. No, you can't run us from here. You can't move us from here. This is home. This is where I'm from.
Yeah, village is home.
Yeah, that is home. Don't try to push us out of a community center. So on the heels of that was the whole, that process that went there in August.
The election.
So we kind of spin that off of there. But mostly though, musically, that song is, like you said, is one of the best albums, Calypso albums. If you're matching it, you have here and Element albums, them probably necking in the Caribbean. That was one of the best. Tourist Lego, probably one of the best arranged songs on the album to me. And then you have this one, but
I love this one,
nobody gonna run me.
And I was fortunate to work with the arranger who did that at the Koto on a couple of times. So, but you mentioned something that's very interesting, and as you mentioned it kind of made me think a lot, because I know in places like Trinidad, Antigua, the panyard is very important. You could go to the panyard and have a fete there.
Correct.
So, you talk about, trying to acquire land. I think, that's something worth pursuing, because I just see the possibilities of having, you could go to the panyard on a Friday night.
Correct.
And have so much on.
That's how it is.
I mean, yes,
That's how it is.
Trinidad, Antigua, St. Vincent, Grenada. I mean, yes. So
And you
don't
know,
worry, we're working on that.
right. So that is basically the idea that we have. We've had Trinidad influence from birth.
Yeah.
Old Bush Jones.
Yep.
So we would have been mentally prepared for this kind of thing. Just earlier we had Mr. Duvan Stewart in St. Kitts, a well-renowned arranger and pianist from Trinidad. Came here, we had what we call a night of steel, grill and steel.
Okay.
Where we just had a barbecue and playing pan to anything that come in. And that is the kind of atmosphere that we want without being hovered over by authorities, guys, the community center apparently.
I make sure that the land where you guys in the village, because
Yeah.
village is home.
Yeah,
okay,
and you know
so-
we must be happy for the neighbors. Because up to after 1 this morning, we lost track of time. After 1 this morning, we were there and we were pushing, practicing, and they do not complain. Some of them they say something like, I hear you, you know, I hope all you win.
Yeah, kind of pass every night and I hear you.
So it becomes a community joy, and that is it for us. That's why we push so hard sometimes. It's not about us all the time. We have to look about.
But tell me something. I mean, you know, Charter's song, I mean, that's an old song, you know what I mean? And I know the band got a lot of young people. so how were they accepting a tune like that? Because I'm sure some of them have never heard the song before.
Right, you're correct. Some of them never heard the song, but
Well, I fail to believe that. I mean, I know all of them listen to Chico, so they hear when Chico plays and they hear when he sing it too.
But you see, but some of them parents, they love them tunes, so they probably will hear them in the house.
So what we try to do there is open up the ears of the musicians we have playing with us to both old and new. Compare, help them to understand that hey, really and truly, they used to make song for pan back then. That was the Calypsonian song. They used to push out song for pan because it's an honor to get a steel band playing your song.
Correct.
No, it's not. It's not for us. So when we introduce these type of music that I heard from my older,
growing up,
my father and everything. That's where we hear these. They was like, I never hear this song. And I said, okay, go and listen it. And they appreciate music.
Music is music.
They appreciate the music. And then I always tell them, translate hearing this on pan.
On pan.
And that is where you could say, but
Yeah, because you got band chorus and songs, so you know you got that they're good for pan.
Correct.
A lot of these songs now and song they ain't got in the band chorus, just rhythm down the line from verse to verse and so on, so you can't get to play nothing.
I know.
Tone.
So it gives you
variation.
I mean, these are songs that gives you the option to arrange
Correct.
around the melody.
Yes,
Correct.
yes.
Around the horn section, around what you call the introduction to the music, you know.
And a good melody is important.
It
Yes.
is. It
They don't
is.
carry the song.
It is.
So earlier, I mean, you know, I was, and just before I do that, let me say here, someone asked, can we buy tickets? Yes. You can just log on to skncarnival.com, skncarnival.com, and you will be able to buy tickets for the shows. It's powered by JAD. And you're gonna get 2 emails if you buy more than you can buy 2 tickets at a time. You have to make sure that when your email comes, you hit that little arrow on the right hand side to see your second ticket. But getting back to Pan, one of my disappointments is that it seems as though maybe there are things happening and I don't know, but it seems as though that the Pan disappears after the competition in December. And I mean, I know when I mean, you know, hey, Trinidad is the Mecca, so I mean, you know, that's where you have to be like the best. And so, I mean, what happens after December though? I know I've seen you guys play. You guys played at CPL. Oh, was it CPL? You guys played at the under 19 cricket tournament. Yes, I saw that. But I need to see more. I want to see a recital, classical music, or you tell me.
But you think enough is being done for Pan in
definitely not. We're not even halfway there.
Okay.
But
so Robertine and the minister need to be listening, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. Shannon, you too.
Right. First of all, we want to see these things happen, and it's all good. We as well as players want to do more in terms of pan. But I always say that everything costs money to put on a recital. We did a recital in 2017 where we honored past pan attributors and all them, like Yazid, Francis, Craig McDowell, Mary Hewlett. So we did that in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture at the time. EBJ decided that we needed to put on a recital in honor of Boots' 10-year anniversary of passing. So that was, I think that was 2017. Yeah. So we did that. That was an expensive venture, but we did it.
Pan is expensive, man.
Right. So what I'm getting at is we need to get the corporate Saint Kitts involved and investing in our culture, not only pan, but in our cultural art forms. That we are the same ones that saying that this thing dying, this thing dying, this thing dying.
But you still didn't want support.
And you still want to pump the energy, even to say, hey, let me have a mid-year competition, or let me have a mid-year recital. Everything don't have to be a competition. Let me have a mid-year recital. Do other things. Highlight these art forms on the radio every week. We must have some kind of cultural art form blasting. And that is where we start getting the interest back there. The corporate put in addition to the government, because the government can't do it all, and we push the recitals, the classes, the everything, the gigs. I think EBJ Harmonics is the only band right now that does thing throughout the year. We have gigs.
I mean, it's kind of amazing to me that you still have 7 bands taking part in the competition, considering the lack of opportunity to be engaged during the year. So, I mean, you're right. Our corporate culture definitely needs to change. I know, as someone who has, dealt with the public relations for the Carnival Committee, that we've had quite a few new organizations, businesses, companies that has come on board so far. So it's all as well. And this is something that, as I say, this is something that I would love to see. I want to go sit down in my nice clothes on a Sunday afternoon and just take in the music. You know what I mean? Just take it in. And I know that we have the yes. I know that we have the ability here. Because our players like you, MJ, you guys venture overseas to play for different bands in different competitions. So, but yeah.
But MJ, tell me something. I know you have a lot of young people. Were you surprised that you had so much interest from young people? Because pan, it's not something that you would really hear them gravitate to. See them gravitate to. The dance hall, the fast music or whatever. But were you surprised that so many young people were interested in pan music?
I am not. Not surprised.
Okay.
Steel pan has that kind of pull to anybody.
Okay.
Old and young. The only thing is, when it's the teaching time, there are a lot of clashes. The only time we get to teach is on Saturdays and stuff like that. When the football going on more popular things. So the parents now are making a decision, hey, learn some band. We're going to find other days for things, learn some band. So that school of band that we have every Saturday, we have 20 plus students from age 6. Wow. They reach up to the standard, we bring them over in EBJ. So that feeder program then continues. And they don't have to come to EBJ, they could go to any band. But the feeder program is
important. It's important.
It's very, very important.
It is.
And that is where we need to push this stuff in schools.
Yes.
That is the only way. We are going to get this band competition to 100 plus people with 12 bands or 10 bands. It needs to go back into the schools. You do not need to have a school competition for it to do that. Teach it. And then you push them out into the community groups. Right? And things doesn't seem like rocket science here, and it's really not. We just don't go to the basics.
Well, let's
we're smart people.
Let's hope for some hope. I think I think we had $1 billion budget today, so
Right.
for the first time.
Yeah, the first
So we'll have to listen to the details and see what went to creative economy, and maybe that's where we start from, as it relates to Pan. But we're getting close to the end of the show, and as I said, I have a few light beverages before.
Coffee. Yeah, I have to get some coffee later.
A few light beverages before I go home today. So, you again, MJ, and then we're gonna have Asquith wrap up with the details for the show.
On EBJ Harmonics fans, supporters, we're just encouraging everybody to log on or come to the park. I need you to come to the park because the excitement, the experience that you're going to get in the park, it's like no other. The energy in there on that night, and you could ask Monarch and ask those who would have been to those competitions in person. The energy is electrifying, so you don't want to miss it.
Yeah. I had a front seat last year.
Right.
Hold your thought there. We got a call online.
The show, so.
No, go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes.
I was just about to ask if that was MJ, because I thought I recognized the voice, but then I heard one of the persons say MJ. And so I guess that's him, right?
It is.
Yeah, MJ. I just want to say that I'm proud of you. I have watched you grow up from a young boy up into a real upstanding contributor to society. And I just wanted to congratulate you and to wish you well.
All right, thank you.
Right? This is your church brother.
I know.
Okay. I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
1974 Road March winner.
Yeah.
Not the first.
Thank you for coming forward, boy.
I like that.
And let me just piggyback off of that point. We do this not for just for compliments like those, but we do this because of the art form, for the love of it. And I want to plug this Monarch, so you can go back and whisper in somebody's ear. The preparation, and I have Asquith here, the preparation for EBJ Harmonics to compete in Panorama this year costing us about $16,000.
Wow.
Preparation. The winning prize for Panorama is $15,000. According to Joe,
Asquith,
we're in a deficit.
Asquith, you're listening?
We're in a deficit.
You're spending more than you're bringing in.
Yeah, but it's for the love. If you want to do, my parents always tell me, if you're going to do something, do it to the best.
Yeah, I know.
That you can.
Yeah.
And for us to invite corporate St. Kitts to invest in this venture, we have to show them that this could be big. This is exciting. They're not going to want to sponsor just a home.
No.
I know, and I think with the way how the creative economy ministry has been designed, I think that these are stuff that's gonna be looked at not only in August, September, October, but we're gonna take a little break in January, make sure everybody get their money, and make sure everything is all loose ends are tied up, and then we start to plan again, because that's the only way we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it to work, and as you say, our corporate culture needs to change, because I know. Hey, listen. Companies have. I think they have a responsibility.
I agree.
They have a responsibility to give back to the community that supports them, and a lot of them do. We've had quite a few platinum sponsors coming on board this year for Sugar Mass 51, and we're very appreciative of it. But now you need to put something in your budget that say, hey, before Sugar Mass, that's the next line item you got to put in. Sugar Mass is in there, so now you got to put in another line item that say before Sugar Mass, X amount of dollars, so that you guys can be prepared in a way that would make sense and propel you into the next level.
Right. And while we're on the corporate, I just want to give a special thanks to Island Flavors and its owners for jumping on board with EBJ Harmonics this year. They heard the cry. We needed the little tap up. We spoke to the bosses, Damian Hobson and Desmond Hewlett, from there, and they was like, yes, let's do this.
That's good.
So there we are powered by Island Flavors this year for Panorama, and we hope to keep them for the years ahead and adding. Now we have 7 other bands, well, competing, but we have other bands outside of the 7. And I'm just encouraging corporate circuits to pull a band. Take a band under your wings. The little 3,000, 5,000 might go a long way, and will develop more and more young persons in this group. So special thanks to Island Flavors, making sure that we are on stage Friday in full numbers. They give us a max of 30 persons, Monarch. I requested 40. They give us a max of 30 pan playing. We've maxed that. So
means that we need to, I think we're getting close to the point where we're gonna have to change the venue. Because I mean,
we can pull it
if
up
the
Friday.
Carnival committee, if the Carnival Village can't, fit the pan, because you don't want to
stifle.
You don't want to stifle the art form in a way by saying, well, hey, listen, certain people can't play. Because my thing with the pan, my other thing with the pan, I should say, because the music and the fact that there's 7 bands and maybe more out there who are not competing. My thing is all these young people. All these young people, because come on, we've had like all kinds of challenges with our young people over the last whatever time period for quite a while now. So I'm telling you, just enjoying it, looking from a close advantage last year, and I'm like, wow, this is impressive.
And MJ, I sure you guys get input from the young people in your group, right?
Yeah. We encourage that. We encourage that.
I know.
We ask them.
Young people
I would love to be a bug in the room. When they're rehearsing, to hear, just to hear them conversing about to me, these are the things that really, really interest me a lot, and makes me have confidence, unlike some other people in the youths.
Yes, Monarch. I had the chance to see them in action. We went to rehearsals for all the bands, and their passion is crazy. I love it. Like, their passion is everything. So that is why we have 7 bands, because they're so passionate. They're not looking at the money. They're looking at the fact that they love their art form and they want to showcase it on Friday. So come on out on Friday to witness a show like no other.
Definitely.
All right, well, there is where we're gonna hang up our boots today, like England did, unlike Croatia did.
And Morocco.
Oh, Morocco's gone home as well.
So it's
the game is over.
What is it called?
2-0.
2-0.
It's a France Argentina.
Why? That's the final day, buddy.
I have divided loyalty. Divided loyalty.
Why?
I like Argentina because I lived down there for 3 years and saw a lot of soccer. And I like France as well too, because France is the team with most black people in it. Most black players, I should say.
Brazil and Sugar Bar is not there. So
Well, I don't know. Hopefully people in England are listening. I saw an Instagram post the other day where Rashford said if he wasn't playing for England, he'd be playing for St. Kitts. So since you guys didn't get through, maybe you can come on down. Is that not a village? Not a village man, right?
Yeah. He's village.
I'm glad England get the licks. Let me go. Glad they get the licks. Let me go home.
Hey guys, listen, that's another edition of Sugar Fix. We'll be back for the final episode next week, where I don't know, we'll be talking about something. It's Sugar Mass 51 is happening, man. I'm telling you, I'm about to run downtown now, see what's going on with Folklore Avenue. I want to thank you guys for coming in I think this was an important discussion, and hopefully going forward we can see more pan. And as I said, I'm pushing for a recital in 2023. I'm pushing for a recital. It's going to take money, and I'll be willing to go out there to walk the streets to get that money so that we can put on a nice recital. I mean, here's some classical music and stuff like that. You know, we know they can play anything, so it's now to test their ability to, you know, do something that we probably haven't heard in St. Kitts for quite a while.
I may not say much, but you know, I'm a village man, so you know my loyalty lies. So you ain't gonna ask me what's supported.
But you know, I tend to broaden it and say, you know, West Bastille.
Okay, then,
but I can't get involved in it, so, you know, because everything I said these days, I mean, I try to put something behind it. So I just have to come. I'm gonna come, you know, watch the show and may the best band win. And of course,
we know which is the best band.
may the best band win, and let's have a spectacular competition that the fans can enjoy. Again, we want to say thanks to the folks at ZIZ Management and everyone for accommodating us and being our premier media partner. Since 1971, 51 years in the making, and that's the reason why, of course, you guys were honored at the SMA. So thanks again.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Respect, man.
All right.
Sometimes you fall. This year's man, that's man come to kick them